Hi, everybody. Kent Martz here from Explore Scientific. I think you're looking at a live shot. Nope, we're not. We're looking at me. I thought we had a live shot queued up. So we're going to be talking about weather today because let's go to that live shot right there. Look at that. That right there is just outside of our building on I-49 here in Northwest Arkansas. We've had some winter weather wonderland fun. They said it'll snow. It'll be fun, they said. Actually, it is fun. I love the snow. But weather is an important part of our lives. And so I thought I would have today's show on weather products. So the first product we're going to talk about is the large display weather station with temperature and humidity. This is a great product. As you can see right here, it's got, and this one's live, it's got a forecast on it. There we go. So this is the sensor, and the sensor is white and this is black, explaining for the lights have come on, so they're heating up at different times. So it's 69 or 70 degrees in here, and it's sunny just like the forecast shows, and it's going to be sunny for the next weekend. This has a remote sensor that works up to 100 feet away, collects data to forecast for the next 24 hours, has an ice alert function. It sets the time through a radio signal that the federal government puts out. It has an alarm snooze button, and check out that. Is that down on, where's that, Paul? Looks like it's in Bella Vista.
That is up at Pea Ridge, I think.
No, it's Bella Vista.
Bella Vista?
Yeah, it's Bella Vista, New Bella Vista bypass. They got a significantly much more snow than we did here in Springdale. They're about 15, 20 miles north of us. They got 10, 12 inches of snow in places up there, not drift, but true accumulation. This unit supports up to 3 of these sensors. You have to buy 2 of them. It comes with 1. And these sensors, so you can put one in your kid's room or out in the garage or, you know, the well house to see how cold everything is. You know, well houses are important. My son has a well, and he monitors the temperature in there so that if it starts getting too cold, he goes out and turns on the heater so the well house doesn't freeze up because he likes to have water. This is a plug and play situation, no additional setup, real simple to use. The large weather station temperature and humidity sensor from Explore Scientific. Now we're going to shift up a little bit to the radio weather station with multiple sensors. This unit right here, let me make it stand up. Huh?
Tearing everything up.
I'm not tearing anything up. I'm careful with the boxes when I open them. So let's see, setting these up. As you can see, it comes with 3 sensors and a nice stand-up display. This is a white version. Let me tip this forward so you can see. There you go. So I have not removed the peel and stick on this one. I didn't put batteries in it. Functions include weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the form of symbols and measurements of outdoor and indoor temperature and humidity. Again, time synchronization through radio-controlled weather signal. Has a nice backlight function that's great for reading the values in the dark. It comes with these 3 additional sensors right here. It does indoor and outdoor temperature, indoor and outdoor humidity, date, time, and it has an alarm function. Radio controlled, as I said, or you can set the time manually if you want to on the unit. An alarm clock with snooze function, a wall mount, or a leg.
It'll help you figure out the forecast.
Yeah, it has forecast. So
how does it do that? How do you use it to do that?
You can mount it here on the wall or use the stand-up leg. How does it forecast the weather? It looks at the barometric pressure and temperature variations and calculates the weather based on the humidity, temperature, and changing barometric pressure. The higher the barometric pressure goes indicates we're coming into a high pressure system, which means that we're going to have nice weather. As the pressure gets lower, low systems produce storms. Low pressure produces hurricanes and tornadoes. So,
is it? So it tells me all that.
It tells you, if you can read, it tells you all that. It doesn't have a voice, but it does tell you all that. This is a great little package right here. Very inexpensive. You can pick it up, places around. Again, this is the radio weather station with multiple sensors, 3 sensors, forecasts the weather, does a bunch of great other stuff, tells time, temperature, humidity, things like that. Going to move along to the next item, which is also a weather device. This is the wireless rain gauge with outdoor temperature. So it is a rain gauge and the base station right here, and this has the sticker on it. This is pretty cool. The rain gauge measures the amount of precipitation, rain that you have. It is not a snow gauge because you measure how much snow there is by using a ruler. But if you want to measure how much water's in that snow, you can take a measured amount and then warm it up till it turns to water, and then you find out how much rain you would have had it not been cold enough. And this snow we have here is very dry, very fluffy snow, so not a whole lot of precipitation in this snow, but a large volume of snow. So outdoor unit sends the information to the indoor unit so you can tell how much rain you're getting. You can set alarms, so if it has a total rainfall reaches the value you set, it sets off an alarm for you. Time is a 24-hour function, has a great LCD display, operates on 3 AA batteries, not included. So if you're wondering how a rain gauge works, I'm going to take this little top off and show you the inside of it. And what happens here is, as it rains, this little thing right here flips back and forth. It's a rocker arm. That side fills up. This side right here will fill up with rain, and the rain will make it tip over because it gets heavy. Then that's a 1/100th of an inch, and then it flips over. That's another 100th of an inch. And as this little rocker arm moves back and forth, it counts hundreds of inches of rain, and voila, it tells you how much rain. So this is a simple math function, really. Known area going through this little wee bitty hole right here, and drops the moisture, the precipitation, into one of these 2 little rockers, and it measures the rain that falls in your yard. It's always cool.
Very helpful if you have like a garden or something like that.
Or just, I just like to know. I know people that don't have gardens, they just track how much rain.
If you have a garden, right?
If you have a garden, you need to know how much water to put on it, or how much water to not put on it.
That's correct.
If you get enough, because when your tomatoes start getting ripe, you want them to have steady water, because if they get a sudden massive deluge of water, they can, and they haven't been getting much water, they can swell and pop, and then you have ruined tornadoes. And looks like traffic is moving pretty good. Seeing the big screen up there, looks like traffic is moving pretty good. I know. Well, yes, they can.
Now they can.
There you go. If you click the right button. Boy, it was
well, if you tell me ahead
took my
of
daughter
time,
to work this morning.
helpful.
Took my daughter to work this morning where she works, and it was an easy drive up the interstate. It was still icy, but
everybody on Facebook needs to get together and tell Kent to take me out to Holiday Island where my girlfriend lives. Just send him messages. Tell him he needs to do that for me. I drive a Mustang. I can't get out in this.
And here's the deal for him. I suggest he buys a 4-wheel drive Mustang. That'll solve the problem. So, this is...
Wait a minute.
This is the 5-in-1.
Do they have a 4-wheel drive Mustang?
Sure. You can buy a 4-wheel drive, S10 and put a Mustang body on it. And then you have a 4-wheel drive Mustang.
No. Then you have a 4-wheel drive piece of junk.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes. No. I'm not going to try and hold this up right now. Well, let's start. Let's start with the weather.
Plug it in.
This right here is the 5-in-1 weather station from Explore Scientific. Has an anemometer, wind speed indicator. Has a wind speed indicator. Has a direction indicator. Has a thermometer built in. Comes with a bubble level. You want to get this thing level just like the other rain gauge. For it to work correctly, it has to be level. Has the same sort of device inside that flips back and forth. It can be mounted on this stake right here so that you can then mount it on a wall. You can mount this on a wall of your house, the eave of your house, up on somewhere high with no trees around so you get a good measurement. So the weather gauge is 5-in-1, synchronizes with your internet services for time. It gets all sorts of weather data at your fingertips. It includes mounting standard wire harness, bubble level, measures rainfall, wind speed, so it measures rainfall, wind speed, wind direction in 360 degrees, temperature, and humidity. So those are the 5 functions that this has. Has the sensor array, connects wirelessly to your indoor base station, and that's what this is right here. That's the indoor base station. The indoor base station has a great color LCD screen that also allows you to connect the base station to the internet. So all of that information, if you want to contribute to citizen science, you can send it out to Weather Cloud or Weather Underground and participate in citizen science through what's going on at your specific location where these are. So this goes into a whole lot of detail. I'm going to flip over, got a bunch of pages here. Moon phase, time and date,
Cheater.
Outdoor temperature and humidity.
Cheater.
I got you. There's too much here, and we don't have one of them fancy teleprompters or an earwig where he can talk to me.
You have to tell me when you want to use it.
That cough tells me. The last time I was on, for those of you who might have been watching, I had a coughing fit and a tickle in my throat, and got a couple of expressions of concern from people, and I appreciate those concerns. I did take a COVID test, and I came back negative. I just have a good old generic cough. Barometer and wind speed direction, speed information, rainfall and rain date and rain rate, weather forecast, sunny, partly cloudy, rainy, stormy, and snowy. Snowy would have been really important on here last couple of days.
Yeah.
Indoor temperature, humidity, outdoor temperature, humidity, has a comfort indicator, the feels like temperature, the heat index, the wind chill factor, and dew point as determined by the temperature and humidity. That's the control of what the dew point is. Let's see. Has the forecast for the next 24 hours. We talked about that. A LCD screen with a contrast adjustment to make it easy for you and easy on the eyes. Displays time, calendar, weekday, and moon phase. Buzzer alarm, so you can use this as an alarm clock if you want to. Icy conditions warning. A big old ice crystal shows up if the temperature gets low enough. Gust, average wind speed, real time, and dominant direction in 360 degrees, which we talked about. Weather forecast. This is doubling up. I didn't edit this real well. Anyway,
it doesn't matter.
This is a great
what about the
device.
Next one? We've got one that does.
This is a great device, but
the next one's better.
The next one is more gooder, as my grandkids say. It's more gooder.
Better.
Otherwise known as better. This is the fantastic 7-in-1 weather station. This is a serious all-in weather station. This is pro level. Get this set up right here. Get this out of the way. This is a professional weather station right here. 7-in-1 weather sensor array, rainfall, wind speed, wind direction, temperature, humidity, and what are the other two? Back here in the back. There we go. It forecasts UV, or shows UV and solar radiation. This is also solar powered, so the batteries you have to put in here last a whole lot longer. It does all the other stuff the other one does, as well as does the forecast for the UV and solar radiation. Rain gauge, anemometer, wind speed indicator,
anemometer,
anemometer, and you can see this really large display has circles for wind speed and all the other things. This is a fantastic, trying to get so you can see it. I need to power this up so you can see what it looks like. But this is a fantastic device. If you're really into weather or know somebody is, this right here is what you want. So we're gonna wrap the broadcast up. Appreciate you joining us here on Facebook for our live broadcast. Lots of great products from Explore Scientific to come. We will see you next week for Explore Scientific right here on Facebook.
Hey, Chocks.
Hey, Chocks. Good to see you. Anybody else?
No.
Nope, nobody else is doing the shout-outs.
Tell him to take me to my girlfriend's house.
Yeah, Chalks would have to drive here from United Kingdom to do that for you. I'm sure he would appreciate that, you paying his trip over here. And the freight on his car. I'm out of here. Kent Martz with Explore Scientific. The disembodied voice is Paul Newton, our graphics guy.
Director,
graphics, everything, technical wizardry with cameras and stuff like that. See y'all next Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.